Hi everyone, it's Jessie, the dietitian here from Adjust. So stick around till the end of today's video. I'm actually going to be going through my top tips for setting New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals without giving up in the first 3 weeks. So this is going along with my previous Christmas video, so I hope you take something away from it. So who has heard the term New Year, New Me? Sounds familiar, right? Well, yes, because almost every single year we commit to multiple resolutions that are often not really realistic or achievable, or we find that we're normally giving up pretty early on. So many of us set really extreme goals and then we often fail by February, and the research actually supports this too. So often they're unrealistic. They involve some type of crash diet or restriction or elimination of something, or a complete and total overhaul of our whole life. And often there's a lot of pressure to achieve these long-term goals immediately, setting something like, I'm gonna lose 30 kilos this year. That's a really long-term goal, and when we set ourselves up for something like that, it is going to take a long time to do it, and if we don't have sort of little steps in the way, we're most likely going to stop before we get to the goal. So setting goals and working to achieve them is a really healthy thing to do, and it's definitely encouraged. There's no reason that we shouldn't be setting resolutions, but we need to make sure that we're setting the right types of goals and the right types of resolutions for the new year. So I'm going to give you my top tips that are going to help you set your goals for 2021. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today, and number 1 is set a different goal. Is there anyone out there who's been setting the same goal for maybe the last 5 to 10 years? Time to set a different one. So we're always doing weight loss. Weight loss always seems to be a goal for everyone. Let's kick that. Let's not do that. And let's set some goals that are more around positive nutrition. So we're aiming to actually improve things. So instead of subtracting something, we're actually going to add. So have a think about, including more fruit, including more vegetables, that sort of thing. Because when we actually do that, we're most likely actually going to get weight loss, but we're not focusing on the weight loss as the main goal. And to be honest, it's a lot more inspiring, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree that if we go to the shops and buy some different veg and we try a new recipe, it feels a lot better than when we're going to the shops and buying a bathroom scale so we can keep track of our weight. So what I really encourage you to do is set a different goal this year and focus on adding rather than subtracting. Number 2 is be smart. And this is actually an acronym. So SMART goals, some of you might have heard: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So when we set a goal, we really want it to be specific. So we want to outline clearly what we're planning on doing. We want it to be measurable, so something we can actually keep track of. We want it to be achievable. So achievable and realistic, very similar. We want it to be something we can actually get to, not something that's going to be impossible. It's going to be a really long time down the track. And time, we want to set a time frame. If we don't set a time frame, we can go, I've got plenty of time. We want to set a strict time frame to get our goals. We're more likely to achieve them. So number 3, make your goals more fun. Why do we always have these goals that are so stressful and we're actually bumming ourselves out trying to achieve these goals? We're the ones who set it in the first place. So why don't we actually set something that we're going to enjoy doing? Pick things that are going to bring more joy to your life, whether it's enjoying food in a social aspect. It could be something like going for a walk on the beach every week, something that's going to bring a bit more fun and you're not going to sit there stressing about it. Number 4, don't be afraid to ask for help. You do not have to do these goals on your own. Whether it is getting some professional help, so if you are looking to change your diet, whether you are looking to see a dietitian, whether you want to get a personal trainer to help you with your exercise, whether it's just grabbing a friend and making sure that they're supporting you on your journey, or family members, or joining a different group, whatever it might be, but you don't have to do it yourself. And it's actually much better if you've got someone who's coming along for the journey, whether they're doing the same thing as you or they're just there for support and accountability. And number 5, go easy on yourself. we're always punishing ourselves for not achieving these goals. We set the goals. So you don't need to be, you don't need to be punishing yourself for not being able to achieve everything. Sometimes plans change, life changes, different things get in the way, our priorities change. If the goal isn't working, change it. Just because you set something in the start of the year doesn't mean in a month's time, even in a couple of weeks' time, you might sort of sit down and reassess and go, this isn't really appropriate, or this isn't what I want to do, and change it, rather than just not, kind of going, I've just failed. Instead, reword it or change the goal completely. Try something else. It isn't failure if you're not able to do it. Just change it to something else. So you might be thinking now in your head, well, this is all too much. I don't want to be going and setting New Year's resolutions. I've been doing it for the past 10 years, haven't been able to achieve anything. It's been too difficult. My big suggestion is just start simple. Make a simple goal, whether it is to have 2 pieces of fruit every day. Simple goal, you can do it. And then add to your goals as you go along. You might actually extend the initial goal, or you might create some new goals. You don't have to make them all at once. Start with something simple and build off it. So, recap of my 5 top tips. Number 1, set a different goal, adding rather than subtracting. 2, be smart, so make sure you're actually setting smart goals. 3, make your goals more fun, actually something that you enjoy rather than that stresses you out. 4, ask for help. Get someone to help you doing these goals. You're much more likely to continue on with it. And 5, go easy on yourself. If you can't achieve the goal, that's fine. Just change the goal to something different that you can achieve. So I've seen a lot of people, being a dietitian and just being a regular person out in the world, who have been so worried about setting New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals and sticking to them, because it always seems like every year it comes around, we're finding it harder and harder to stick to these goals that we're setting ourselves. But using these 5 simple tips, you can actually, start the new year with some clear but simple goals and really smash out 2021. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've taken away at least something to help you start your 2021. If you want any more details or have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with us, either comment below or send us a message. Or remember, if you do have anyone who you think might benefit from watching this video, either tag them below or share the video out to them. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas, and I will see you soon.